if you have a degree, it's enough. The oil industry is going to employ you as an engineer, but more as a researcher. Because they have certified people to run those pipes to pump the oil. What you're going to do is research about environmental impact assessment. You're going to research about employability, sustainability of that project. What if Uganda discovers another oil well in Kampala? That's the essence of research. But if you think you're just going to get a job and be paid, you'll be the normal person. Research makes an engineer exceptional. I have friends who employ themselves from our graduation because they write grants, go to DI and win projects. So when you see people saying research, it's not a joke. That is the field of the engineer. When you finish here and you go for a postgraduate studies, it is purely research. But some of you are really not taking it seriously. Our fourth year so cannot write a problem statement. We don't have a project yet, but end of March we are presenting. So the purpose of this first we are seeing is making research a culture of Ndejje University such that we open the world to you. Some of you reach fourth year and you don't know what to do. So we want to make it a daily thing. And every time I see students like that, I look for their support. They can display on their own. Check Google, simple projects. So I think I will welcome to management. I've had my time to preach. When they wake up, no more preaching. But that is the essence of why we are here. University rating everything is purely research. And not all of you to welcome it with both hands. Thank you. Let's wait for top management and we start the function. I told you to clap when you must clap. Let's clap. Let's welcome our top management. I will assume the powers of the MC of the function. And from what we know, I love keeping time. So we are going to be brief. We are so blessed to have our VC, DVC, AR, Olivia, the president, good president. So we've been honored, and I think the function should start. From what I know, the VC doesn't like paperwork, a lot of paperwork, so we make life very easy for her. Our program has been flashed, and I'm just going to read it out. We shall have an opening prayer, remarks from the Dean, Ms. Anne Lucas. Then communication from the chairperson, first brief. She has a presentation very brief, that's Daisy. Then communication from Director of Research, represented by the DVC. Communication from top management. We shall have DVC again, we have AR. Then the VC will launch the Faculty of Engineering and Survey Research and Innovations Board. A brief word from Evan Zagaba, the President of the Ndejje University Engineering Students Association. Then our exhibition is at the ground floor. We have a lot of space. We organize our projects there. We shall go there and view them, ask a few questions, then we shall depart at leisure. So,
for this period for such a moment, thank you for gathering us here today. We thank you for each and every individual that's in this place. We pray that as our meeting starts, that you shall guide us and lead us in all the speeches that are going to be given and in each and everything that's going to be presented and the board that's going to be launched. We pray for success and excellence in everything that we are going to do. In Jesus' name we've prayed and believed. Amen.
Yeah, thanks Brenda for the wonderful prayer. I believe God has listened because God always listens to us in Ndejje. Now, a few weeks ago, we were checking Twitter and we saw Chambogo University students launching a research and innovation board. We are very, very happy that Ndejje is now becoming the light for other universities, that research is important. So If they copy something good, please don't frown. Is it okay? If they copy us, let's welcome them because they are copying a good thing. The Research and Innovation Board students started at Ndejje University, December 2022. We want to make research the culture of our university. I've talked to deans of other faculties and they told me, run it in engineering, give us a report, we join you. And we've really done a good job at engineering. From year 1 to year 4, I really encourage all of you to take on research. I have Mr. Chimba here with Introduction to Engineering, and he has done projects at Kampala campus with students. You don't have a project, you don't pass. I have so many projects from the Mechanical Engineering Department. My gap is still, I don't have enough projects from Civil Engineering. They're still theoretical. And my prayer is, with this board making research a culture, our majority course should have majority projects. But now I'm having the majority having minority projects, and the minority having the majority projects. Even when you go for the exhibition, you'll wonder whether we have 1,000 mechanical engineering students. They are less than 200. So, let's welcome research at all levels. Group project is there. Final year project is there. But we want to make it, if we make it a club, it becomes more of a daily thing. We all have go-go. We all see the rain. You could start predicting whether it will rain on Monday. That's research. How does that happen? What's the record of rain in this area? Then, when was the last rain spell? How long was it? Then you can actually even quantify how much water we expect, if it rains, or if it will rain on Monday or not. And that is research. I've been sharing with you before TMC came that with the oil industry, we are not going to look for normal engineers to just give a salary. We are looking for engineers to look for health and safety, impact assessment, environmental impact assessment, social impacts of the oil industry, with gender gaps in where the pipeline is going to pass. That's the engineer we are looking for. Now with the waste, we are looking, there's a gap in renewable energy. Can we use this oil wastes as a source of renewable energy? It is you, the engineers, they look for. ETCL is always looking for students in all universities to do research which they sponsor. And with such a board, we can use it to negotiate those grants. I really thank you. Let's go to the next item on the agenda. I told you to clap when you must clap. Thank you. So let's have Daisy give us a brief presentation of the board. As brief as possible, but precise and concise. Thank you.
The Vice Chancellor, the Deputy Vice Chancellor, the AR, all protocol observed. Good morning. My name is Mubanjizi Daisy Gift, the chairperson of the Faculty of Engineering, Research and Innovations Board. The purpose of this board is to enhance research development in the university and overall education experience in the engineering and survey, and also to offer career mentorship that will encourage us, the students, to innovate, to lead, harness technology, build resilience, sustainability, and create solutions. The mission of this board is to nurture and promote research and innovation development. Our vision is to build a strong hands-on capability among us, the students, in order to appreciate the theories attained in class and apply it practically through research and innovation. The board is comprising of two arms, the research and innovation arm and the mentorship arm. The research and innovation arm will be able to push for research activities and trainings that will expose us, the students, on how to do research. As the Dean has been saying, that us as civil engineers are lagging behind in the research agenda. So how can these activities and trainings help us be exposed on how to start a project? How can we be able to research? Part of this research and innovation arm is to push for a research database. The research database first will enable us to avoid research duplication. The research database will enable us, the students, to refer. For example, if I'm in year 4 and I'm doing a project in materials, how can I be able to refer to a project that took place in 2017 that is doing the same topic that I'm doing, and be able to refer and probably modify. The issue that we've been having as engineering students is you find a year 4 or group projects duplicating research. You just get a research topic that has already been done by someone. But us having these research trainings will enable us to be able to improve on our skills. First, the skill of creative thinking, the skill of presenting, the skill of innovation. So that's what the agenda of the research and innovation arm is to be. The mentorship arm is going to enable us, the engineering students, be exposed to what's taking place in the field. If I'm mentored by someone in, say, the oil and petroleum field, and I can be able to know what is taking part in the oil and petroleum field in regards to research and the development, it will enable us, the students, not to graduate and find ourselves lost in the field. But if we are exposed right from year 1 and you are being mentored, you are being helped, this is what's in the field, this is how you do it, this is how you do it, it will enable us, the students, to have the zeal to take part in the engineering aspects and the challenges. Most of the students would love to have projects done and would love to take part of the projects as civil engineers, but the challenge is some of them we are not being exposed enough. So having the research arm is going to enable us, the students, be exposed, be trained, and people will have the love to participate and be able to do innovative skills. Yes. In all, the last photo is the students doing the projects they've been doing. The board is also going to help the students improve on the research that they're doing. If we have a small project, how can we be able to be helped by our dear lecturers and also the engineers in the field? So we can be helping the people who have projects, small projects. If you have any project, like the Dean has said, we can always build it up and contribute to the field. All in all, we believe that this Research and Innovation Board will play a critical role in advancing the Ndejje University Research and Innovation agenda, and it will position our university as a leading research and innovation hub in Uganda and beyond. This is just a board, but it's a chapter. We believe that the other faculties will pick up and we shall have chapters. So as the engineering and research chapter, we shall hope that the years to come or the semester to come, we shall have the Faculty of Agriculture, Research and Innovations chapter. Thank you.
Research is accountability. So we have Vicky here from Accounts Department, and we shall write to top management to have an account which is managed centrally. Because when you start research, you win grants. So sometimes if you don't have the control measures, that's where research goes wrong. So from the beginning, we want to be straightforward. If it's 1 million, it's 1 million. Desire, the moment you have the chair, if it still gives us 10 million, desire, it is 10 million. Not 8.5, having done engineering math 3. Okay, so let's have Agaba. Agaba, I know you're very good at talking, but please be brief. Thank you.
The Vice Chancellor, the Deputy Vice Chancellor, the AR, the Faculty of Engineering and Survey, team that is around, students at large, good morning. Good morning. Here in front of me, in front of you, is Agaba Tumkrat Evans, that serves as the president of Ndejje University Engineering Students Association, that is NWESA, in abbreviation. And I'm glad that you have really come for this function. First of all, I would wish to first welcome you and wish you a happy World Engineers Day. For those that don't know, we felt it reasonable if at all we had this function on a Saturday, whereby the world at large joins us to celebrate the World Engineering Day. And for those that didn't make it, by the virtue of being here, it's taking place in Uganda at Hotel Africana, whereby they are beginning with exhibitions, and of which I think we are sharing the zeal and the spirit at large. So, I will first appreciate the top management for all the zeal and sponsorship they have always rendered to the association, because a number of activities have been undertaken, and it's not by the urge or the power of the association itself, but rather the assistance we have even gotten from you people. So we are so grateful for that, and we promise continuous cooperation with the association that is really being the basement of the students' body to cooperate and collaborate with the top management. More so, let me highlight a brief objectives of the NWESA as an office. NWESA is a student-based body that bridges the students' ideas to the top management team. And how does this come up? We are happy we are rendered an office, and of which most of you know, it is at level 3. Level 3, then the washroom side. And that office is always there to welcome ideas, such that these ideas are addressed to the guild body, and after merging these ideas, they are addressed to the top management, such that we can have the services rendered as required. And more so, engineering being the niche of the university at main campus, as we all know. So we find it a gap to really cooperate and do the needful for us, the engineers, to keep that name in the outside community, because there is nothing that we can do rather than expressing our activeness, our capability, our skills to the outside world. And this has been done. I can give a testimony. Ever since I was into power, that was last April 2022, I think in the engineering body, that is Engineering Registration Board activities, the UIPE activities, that is Uganda Institute of Professional Engineers, we have seen Ndejje being ranked at least the first in the active members of all activities that have been taking place. And this goes to us students. Really, we thank you very much, and to the Dean himself, because the Dean has lifted us to higher heights, and we can't really deny this. We thank you very much, Mr. Dean, for that cooperation. And more so, allow me enlighten you about the world expectations from us. Of recent, we had a talk with the president of Uganda Institute of Professional Engineers, and what were the queries? We have realized final year students are narrating problems that are being faced by the world, rather than designing systems that can solve those problems. And you can bear me witness. You find someone going to look for literature reviews out of the media, out of the websites, and they just write, have something, I can call it a plagiarism system, edit around, and they can present to really gain marks for their graduation sake. But rather, if at all we embrace this research and innovation chapter, as we are soon to launch it, I have a feeling, in cooperation with the top management, we are going to have this really we are going to have some of these issues erased, and we have projects that are targetful to the community. So if we have a student in year 1, year 2, these people have been guided, have been mentored under this board, because this chapter is under NWESA, and we have these people being enlightened and mentored. We shan't have these issues of plagiarism. We shan't have these issues whereby students are chased out of the panels at their final presentation, because they're already equipped with this system and they know what to present. So this is my urge as well, and they are targetful topics that we should focus on. I think we have a list of them that were shared by the Board of Engineering and Registration Board. So we are sharing these topics such that by the time you're going to pick a topic, let it be in line with those targetful topics. Why? These are topics that the outside companies, the private companies, the government ministries are really required of us. You're not supposed to do something, a topic that is even relevant, never applicable in Uganda, and you expect to be employed in Uganda. So there are these targetful topics that we are eyeing, and we hope if we abide by these, we shall really have a smooth run of our academia. I think as I come to the closure, NWESA is at the exposure of students. And by the time you become, take for example the bachelor's people, if you are to supervise or if you are to design any system that is going to help these outside people, these projects in the world, you should be having that knowledge, that skill to help you know what you're going to design for, or if you're supervising a site, you should be having that practical skill to help you supervise it fully. What do I urge you people? I urge everyone to be active, to participate actively. If at all you have a holiday, and this holiday is for something like 2 weeks or 3 weeks, 1 month, 2 months, have time, go to the site. Visit the site, you can be there for some good time, see how the things are being run, and there you can develop the sense of design. Because when you have hands-on, it just builds your skills better than someone who is seated and having the theoretical bit of it. And then maybe I can leave it, because I'm soon leaving the office. I leave it to the next person, the next president that is coming in. And what I can urge of you is, if we can have arrangements in cooperation with the dean, and we know in each and every semester, we have these students of mechanical arranging around 3 trips. And these trips are aimed at having a day out to a certain industry or certain company, a certain site that is in line with the things that are really needed in the field. Spend a day there, because most of these companies don't charge any cost for you being on site. Rather, in terms, you just be in talks and be on site in a good manner. Discipline matters. So if we can have these activities, we have a plan. As we are drafting a plan of NWESA, we know on this and this date of the semester, we are having one part of our students going on these sites, and they gain those practical skills. And I hope the dean is in for that, and the services will be rendered in terms of monetary terms and everything that will be needed. I think that's all I can say. I wish you the best of luck. After here, you've been informed of the exhibition, and this exhibition is really going to be productive to us. Take time, question those people that you find on the panels. They should be able to tell you what they are really, how they came up with those projects, and what problems they are solving in the world. Thanks very much. I remain Agaba Tumkrate Evans, the NWESA President, and Engineering Excellence Above Success. Thank you very much.
Like I said, a lecturer knows their students. Agaba doesn't have few words. Now, I have some good news for you. I think to the UIPE grant for our banana pira, we already have it. Now we are in the improvement stages. So that was Nyanzi Arthur and Kugonza Mpoza. The good thing, Chidega Masi was already had interest in the machine, and she's working with them. Remember, they are in the field, but they're working with her. Of course, as a supervisor, I also win my grant when they win the grant. And since we're arguing on the group, the first trip, we don't know what to do. A student who seeks knowledge will get it. It's the second time I'm winning with UIPE. I've won for a briquette stove, Trevor Lukwago and Karama Joel. Those ones are from UCU. So is it a coincidence? No. The students who are good will look for you. And the moment you see they are good, you leave everything and do everything possible to help them. So I am there for you. I know how to win. So if you really want to win, put me on your team. Thank you. So I think we now welcome Dr. Kakembo. He's both the DVC and the Acting Director of Research now. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Engineer Kasumba, the VC, the Academic Registrar, and other members of the top management. Mr. Kajo, can you stand up for recognition? He's a Grants and Partnership Officer of Ndejje University. I'm so happy to be standing before you. I might look like I'm casual the way I'm dressed, but I wanted to put on the Ndejje whatever. On this day, when engineering students are innovating, exhibiting what you have done so far. So I'm so happy to be here. I'm particularly happy that I'm talking to younger people, the youths like you, because I know the greatest innovations now in ICT, information technology and other things have been invented by younger people like you. I'll give you about a few examples. The Microsoft was started by Bill Gates. He was in the second year in a university. He had the professors, he had so many people, but he was the one who did it. Meaning that younger people have more capacity than we. If you touch the right buttons, you are going to change this country. Then we have the Facebook was started by students in the university. Only that somebody came and bought them out and did this and this, but it was students who started this. Then BlackBerry, the phone, was started by a student in the second year in the University of Waterloo in Canada. But also this person had the professors and the doctors and what, but it took a student to do it. Now most of these things, even the mobile money, so many things, students in the second years. Incidentally, these students didn't finish. They got rich very fast and they went out of the universities. But I went to the University of Waterloo and I was shown buildings bigger than anyone you know here in Ndejje. Buildings which were donated to the university by this guy who made the BlackBerry. Now I was imagining that if only 10 of you came and made innovations here and came back to give back to the university, I'm imagining how much things we will be having here. So what I'm trying to say is that we have the potential. You younger people have more potential than we do. So when we were invited here, we decided that we are going to abandon everything else we have to come and talk to you and we share ideas. We have a lot of things to do, but we said this is the day for the engineering students. Now, we want our innovation to be focused mainly on solving problems and challenges of grassroots communities. So we want to see as much as possible whatever you do has immediate application to the society. And the top management and university will always make sure that it will support you to come up with innovations. Ndejje will turn out to be the center of innovation, even when it is a private university. In Uganda, we have a number of other examples which show the impact Ndejje has done so far in the area of engineering. You might think that we have not done much, but you have done much. Ndejje University convened the first international scientific conference in bio-waste recycling in Uganda, the first of its kind. And about 10 presenters were students of this university and also other universities like UCU and Makerere. Presenters, and they had very good innovations. And during those times, we did so many things. And we are ranked number 2 in Uganda, following Makerere. If you can check between 2016 and 17, for 2 years, Ndejje was number 2 in what ranking in Uganda, and number 43 in Uganda, in Africa. Number 43 in Africa, because of innovations that we had. So, in community engagement, which we are interested in, we have 5 research and development centers, 4 of which are based in the engineering sector. We have the Renewable Energy Research and Development Center. We have the Water Research and Development Center. Then we have Agriculture and Environment, but much of what we do there is supported by engineering. I remember somebody invented a robot which can control irrigation. So that robot was partly engineering and partly. Then we have Technology Incubation Center. It is still young, but now with what we see here, it's going to grow big. Then of course we have the Business Incubation Center. We want whatever you do to have a meaning and a business aspect, an entrepreneurial aspect, to have relevancy. Don't just innovate and put it there on the shelves. We want it to give you money, to give the university money, to give the country money. That's why we want the business incubation to come around and connect all the things that we do in Ndejje University. One of the things which I heard the engineer talking about was started here, but I don't know, maybe it went to Mukono. This was the stoves using briquettes, institutional stoves, school stoves. This was innovated in Ndejje University. We did a lot of trials and trials and trials and trials until we perfected it. Now I know some schools which have been using briquettes to cook school food for 6 years now. The innovation came from here, Ndejje University. But you know, some people are smart. For them, they easily go out and put some patent here, do this and this and this. So whenever you do things and you just keep it there, somebody will come around and take it and be his own. Like a certain German man went and said he had the patent for the Rubugo back cross. This back, you know the back cross? Some European came and said he was the one who did it. Because he went and registered. But that Rubugo was made here. By our grandfathers. So, patent issue, engineer. So, we want to call upon you to be creative all the time. You have our support. And the Research and Innovation Directorate is under my supervision, and Mr. Kajo is part of it. So you are free to go and talk to them and see how we are going to support you. So with that much ado, I'd like to invite the Vice Chancellor, still new. Some of you have not. Some of you have maybe not met her officially, but before she comes, the AR would like to say a word because he's the one who governing all of the university is based on academic. Therefore, when you have AR, he's the center of operations of the university. Thank you very much, and I'm looking forward to working with you in more innovations. Thank you very much.
We all know there are young men out there gathering for the wrong cause. But if you are here for the right cause, it's a plus for the university and for the community. The faculty of the engineering is really exciting. Maybe it's because it's being led by a young dean, because the dean always comes up with so many exciting issues. And you know, when you come up with research and innovations board, you are at the center of what the university stands for. Because the university's major role is to teach, do research, and get involved in community engagement. We know that engineering is a practical program and subject, and everything you do is practical, unlike most of the other disciplines we have. So if you didn't come up with innovation, then you'd really be amiss. But it's so exciting that you've pioneered the Innovation and Research Board before other faculties come on board, because it's very important. One, you as students are here to get knowledge, and once you get knowledge, you can get knowledge and get up to even professorship. But if you are not impacting society, once you leave the scene, no one will remember you. But because you are getting knowledge, you are going to do research, you are supposed to show the relevance of this research. We have a lot of research, which is in the shelves, which is in the archives, but it's not benefiting people, especially the layman who will never have an opportunity to come to a university. But how will a layman benefit? A layman will only benefit by the research you are doing, the innovation you are doing, if you go out there and make it relevant to the layman, meeting the needs of society, solving society's problems. Uganda has lagged behind for some time. Why? Not because we are not really hardworking. Uganda is really hardworking. We know we are really farmers, but we grow crops which are sold at very low price. Why? Because we don't add value. But through engineering, through your innovation and your research, we can be able to add value to almost everything we grow in Uganda. We can be able even to be more productive, more efficient in the way we do things. And all this is via the research you people are going to do. Mr. Dean, I want to really commend you for the work and for rallying up this team to come and launch a board. Because many times we've gone out for exhibitions, and those of you who have gone for exhibitions, people will always come to our stall because there are so many of these things we do. And it's what draws many people to the Ndejje stall is the innovations from engineering. Unfortunately, we've graduated, I think now, almost 3,000 people from engineering. And each one is supposed to be doing a project, but many of these have remained in our archives. And you really wonder why we don't really roll them out. I'm praying that we may be able to roll out these, because the body will only be relevant when people see us changing society, changing the economy, and also promoting the development of this nation. Thank you so much for this innovation, and we are looking forward to seeing the fruits coming out of it. Great pleasure to invite our Vice Chancellor, Professor, Reverend Canon Professor Olivia Nasakabanja. Professor, you are welcome to address us.
Engineers, please, another hand clap.
Good morning and praise God.
Amen.
Yes, Dean and the president of the engineering board and the chairperson, the good president and your team, top management, the leaders in this faculty, ladies and gentlemen, I greet you all in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. Yes, I am very, 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 very pleased to be with you this morning. And I've been looking forward to this day. We were meant to have this last week, and we pushed it ahead because of different key activities of the university. But still I was praying to God that it comes to pass, because when I visited the team led by the Dean of the Faculty of Engineering, I said to him that I would want to see and I would like to see the innovations in the Faculty of Engineering. And he promised to bring me to see these things, to invite me. And so I have come today. And the DVC has emphasized, and the academic registrar, research and innovation is really very key for a university like ours. And you know, innovation and research and creativity is part of our responsibility here on earth. It's part of our responsibility. You see, when you read the Bible, in the beginning, if you read Genesis chapter 1, in the beginning, the earth was void. There was nothing. And then the creative God said a word, and there was light and all that we see, the sun, the moon, and all the other creations that came into being because of God's creative power. And again, when you read in that chapter 1, verses 26 and 7, again, God says with his members, let us create man in our own image. And the Bible goes on to say, both male and female were created in the image of God, which emphasizes the fact that we are created in the image of the creative God. So we have the creative nature in us. We are designed to create and innovate on the behalf of God. It is our responsibility. So any human being who is born on the planet Earth and survives the first 10 years of their life, and they live without creating anything, have a big debt before their Creator. Amen? So, and for you, it is even hard. You have big questions to answer before God. If you go through this faculty and you live without creating anything on planet Earth, because those who know much will have much to answer before God. My old mother or grandmother in the village has less to answer before God because she didn't get the opportunity to be equipped with the skills. But for us, we've been given all these opportunities. So we have to be good stewards of God's creativity that is in our hands, that is in our minds, that is in our heart. So when you think of who you are as a student in this faculty, see yourself as a person answerable to God, and never sit there and be comfortable. Earning a degree is not as important if you have not created or innovated anything on this planet Earth. So, on that background, therefore, I would like to thank the Dean and to thank the leaders in this faculty for embracing your responsibility on planet Earth. For us to have this Research and Innovations Board for our students is a plus because it emphasizes the fact that we are taking on our responsibility with two hands and with the gratitude. So I wish to thank you so much, Ndejje and Mr. Agaba. Ndejje is my mother's name. That's why I got it quickly in my head. Yes. And Mr. Agaba also highlighted all this, the significance. So, and when they were enumerating why this board, there was also mentorship. So, and that is about us having the ability to sit at the feet of the Guru, those with the skills, those with the hands-on. And when I say the guru, don't say the professors, the PhD, because some of the gurus are in the Musa Bode in Katwe. So we need to have some humility. They are in the community. They have created certain things which they can't move forward because they are lacking people like us. So, and that highlights the need for us to be in touch with the community so that the solutions and the innovations that we come up with are answering a question and are providing a response for a need in the community. And the communities know what they need. They know their problems. So we really need to be very, very focused. When you have a day for outreach, for community visits and activities, be alert. When you are attached to an industry, a factory, a building site, please be alert. I have a building site where I always look at those men. They don't have degrees, not even certificates. They tell me that their dad, the trade is a family trade. Their dad was some engineer. So he recruited all his children into the trade. So in that family, the only person who was attempting to get a degree went to Makerere and did engineering, but hasn't yet completed. I want to pull him to come to Ndejje so that he can complete and have a paper. Otherwise, those brains of the hands-on men are the ones who have built those big, big buildings that you see in Kampala. When I drive with them, they show me, Mama, we built that, we are behind that, we are behind that. But these men don't have a certificate, but they are very, very skilled. They've taught me. I was passionate about these pavers and things around my house. But they have demystified my passion and said, you don't need pavers around your house. You only need a properly done slab around your house to keep off the water. And I said, are you sure? They said, yes. We will take you to visit our buildings. We've taken away all the pavers because they suck in, they retain the water under there. And then the water begins oozing. But again, they still insist that, Mama, for us, our building, we will never get termites, water in. The foundation, they spend, the team, they work like ants or bees. It's a beehive when they start a project. But 2 weeks, they are busy building a foundation. And they say, Mama, this is the core. If we fail here, the building will have problems. So whatever we ask for, you must provide. So you see, when I stand and watch them do the work, I always pray that younger people can come and just take in the wisdom from these men who have never gone to school. They amaze me. So that's why I'm saying we really have to be out there. And when you are placed out there, please respect and have the spirit and the humility to be mentored. Because that is when you will be able to learn and even grow and be more and more creative. And also emphasizing the fact that for research and innovation, this university has already put aside seed money. Seed money is aside there for people who will come forward with their innovations. And the dean is aware. And I have already discussed that with the DVC and Mr. Kajo, that, and I said to them, engineering will take the first lot. Because at least for you, other faculties may be planning for you. You already have something. So it comes to those who are ready. It comes to those who are ready. So please, as the Dean is saying, let us be creative and innovative. Let us invest our time in learning. And also, don't underrate your own small idea. I always tell young men and women, research and creativity comes from that insight which you underrate. That is the core that God has given you. All of us who are seated here, who have researched and done something, it is that little idea that you underrate that actually is the groundbreaking idea. So, believe in yourself. Believe in what God has given you. Don't look at your neighbor's idea. Look at what God is pointing to you, because you have it, you feel it. Many of us can testify that whatever we have run with up to levels of becoming professors, we picked when we were still undergraduates. Those small ideas. I was sitting in class one time as an undergraduate, and it was a normal discussion. And then the lecturer asked me, Olivia, what do you think? What is this? And I responded. And he said, have you read it somewhere? I said, no. Are you sure? That is a very original idea. And I pray that you hold on to it. I listened and I kept quiet. But as I speak today, that is the thread of my success. Okay? So don't underrate your own. Yes. So be alert, listen. That's the mentorship I'm talking about. When someone says, are you sure you have not heard this thing anywhere? Just to know that you have cracked it. And hold on to your dream. And push it. Don't give up. Pray about it. Work so hard and be focused. Don't lose the thread. Because there are those people who are dream killers. When you share with them, you see, I am going to do this. They either run away with it or discourage you. But for us at this university, we are not discouraging you. We are encouraging you. We are investing money in you. And your parents, sponsors are also investing money in you. So we want Ndejje to really fly the flag of innovation and research in this country, because we are positioned there. I was at a function and people from Sebe came and said, we heard you are visiting Ndejje. I said, yes. You know, we want to bring all our people to come for that engineering program, because all successful engineers have come from there. We already have a trademark by those people who have gone before us, but we want to do even more and better. So I would like to encourage you, the issues of patent rights, these people who run away with our innovations, watch out for them. But also, DVC, let us work on our patent policies and rights so that we are ready whenever there is an original creative idea or innovation, we really register it. Because without registration, you will not. I tell people that as a child, 7-year-old, I saw matoke growing from its seeds with my eyes. I saw it. Deep down, it was during the war, and we went into deep down with our mother in Ruwe, where the wars were warring, but at that time, there wasn't, it was a bit calm. So we left Kampala and went there. And in that banana plantation, then the matoke would grow, ripen, and drop. And then on the on the ground. All these banana leaves, the sanja, the dry leaves, were rotting. So we would wake up and, children who have been born in Kampala, going to the villages, we would wake up and run deep into the plantations and spend like half a day in the garden. Then one day, as I was walking through the plantation, picking ripe banana, because we would spend like half a day eating ripe banana, because it will ripen and rot. So I looked carefully and I saw it was really a small plant coming out of a rotting banana. And I called my siblings and said, come and see. Really, matoke can grow out of a seed. So they came, we gathered, and we made it a routine to go and visit those little plants. The time we spent deep down in the villages in Bulemezi. Then we went home and told our mom that, you see, we are going to begin planting matoke through the seeds we have seen. Then he said, you are confused, you need a stem tuber. That is what we do. And we said, but Mama, we are looking after our little plants. But now my poor mama only did it domain. In her past, which is domestic, I think was a course for cooking. So she didn't believe us. Our dad, who could have run away, had stayed with the idea, had stayed in Kampala. So the idea, and as a child, I kept the thing in my heart. I don't know whether even my siblings can still remember, but I kept it. When I was in Edinburgh studying for my PhD, I had my own Reverend Muranga being announced that she has innovatively discovered that matoke grows out of seeds. And I said, but for me, I saw it with my eyes in Bendegere. The village was called Bendegere. I saw it with my eyes. So is this ready? Yeah? Breaking news to the world? And I said, my God, what am I trying to say? Even if you have a new idea and you have not documented it, you have not published it, you have not brought it out, if you do your research, leave it here on the shelf, that will be the end of it. Somebody will come and run away with the idea that you conceived but left somewhere. So may God help us. For me, I think I only blame my childhood because maybe we were not taught to write and document. If we were children of these days who write stories, maybe my little story would have been captured. But thank be to God, it is my own sister, Reverend Professor Muranga, who ran away with it. But that highlights the fact that don't underrate what you see. Whatever you look at it keenly and carefully. Document. Don't keep quiet. Do something about it. So I will die telling this story because I saw that even now when you ask me, I can do what I saw without going to any lab. Just creating that environment, which was very natural because I saw it with my eyes. We went back and the whole month we spent in Bendegere. We visited those little plants growing out of matoke seeds. But no one had ever come out to say that it can happen. Which means that in the villages, these people have the problems and have the answers as well. So we needed to go and be with them and ask them, find out what they have seen and what they think they know. And once you pick that, then you will develop it into what we call research and innovation. So I'm trying to say to you, how do you get subjects and problems to solve? They are out there in the community. Even the responses are there. Only that those who are underground do not have the capacity to do what God has given us to do. They are not educated, they are not skilled, but they can collaborate with us. So in all this, I would like to thank the Dean and the team, the chairperson, the president, and all the team behind the innovations, creativity, and research in this faculty. And I pray that you take this opportunity with two hands. The seed money is there. Please submit your creative innovations, because when the call comes out, I don't know when the call will be for this year.
Should announce.
Yes, it will be announced, and then you should be able to prepare yourself, do the presentation, and then your project may actually win that grant beginning from here, and then you never know what God can do. It may win the seed money and also go on to win a global grant, because it all begins with what God has put in your hands and in your hearts. So may God encourage you. Please, going back to where I began from, let us be good stewards of God's creativity and innovation, and never leave planet Earth when you have not don't say I'll give birth. Well, that one is important. But I'm saying using your own hands. Yes, because someone can say, I will marry and give birth. Well, that is very good. But, yes, so I thank you so much, and I'm looking forward to seeing the different projects that we are going to look at today. And if this is the right time, I can now, in an excited manner and graciously thank God and launch the Engineering Research and Innovations Board for Ndejje University, in the name of God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
This is the ceremonial board here for signifying the launch, and it's going to be presented by the chairperson of the board.
I'll sign and then we'll